I'm Al Pinkham with the Yakama Nation Engineering Program. I am the tribe's transportation planner. As far as being on the engineering side, we try to make our roads as safe as possible and take research data on collisions and stuff and try to improve the roads and make them safer. As a tribal transportation planner, I attend a lot of meetings and stuff, try to figure out what's going on the reservation and what road improvements we need to consider. Also, I deal with other tribes as well, being a part of an organization where I get the opportunity to find out what other tribes are doing and sharing what we do with them tribes to try to help them get better. Making the road safer, as an engineer, we do as much as we can. I think the best we can do now is start educating people on safety. I think that's the direction that we need to go, especially on the reservation. The youth that are participating in this are probably learning something about traffic safety. And once we get this out there, we can reach out to more of the youth. And not just the youth, hopefully the adults as well, their parents. Well, I think it's a very good form of outreach. And I think it's something that if we could, if we could fund this, the tribe can fund this every year somehow, give out a different message on what the issues are, and let's keep reaching out to the youth and reaching out to their parents and get them educated on the traffic safety needs that we have out there. In the state of Washington, the Yakama Nation is the first to have a tribal traffic safety committee that's actually looking at improving safety on the reservation. And one of our goals is to develop that, what we call a culture of safety, and that is to work with youth and try to educate them on how to be safe drivers when they grow up, and hopefully they can carry that on with their kids and so forth. On the reservation, I think the most serious ones are speeding is one of the highest ones. Distraction is becoming something that's becoming more serious because of telephones and our cell phones. And you've got impairment, that's a big issue on the reservation. Pedestrians, you got a lot of pedestrians, and so they're an issue as well. And a couple of other things that need to be dealt with too is use of seat belts and child restraints. I think impairment's probably the biggest one, since it's probably cited more than half of the collisions where fatalities are involved. So it's a major issue. Yeah, impaired driving is just not alcohol related. It's drug related as well. With the new marijuana laws, that's part of the impairment issue. But there's also even prescription drugs that could make people impaired. Make them sleepy or tired. And it's anything that's consumed by the person who's driving that impairs their judgment. One that's growing is distracted driving. That's becoming a bigger issue. Seems like every year, kids that are trying to text while they're driving or trying to be on a cell phone. Fortunately, Washington's got their new state law now that says nobody can drive with a cell phone in their hand. And the other contributing factors are speeding. I think this is something that can be attributed to aggressive type driving. People get in a hurry, want to get where they're going, and it may not be paying attention to what they're doing and run off the road. Another big issue is seatbelt use. We need to get more tribal members to use their seat at all times and make sure that the children that are with them are properly restrained as well. Pedestrian fatalities are usually related because there are many of them, and they do cross the roads at the wrong places. They won't always follow the sidewalks, or a lot of these rural roads don't have walkways or pathways, and they'll be walking on the shoulder of the road or at nighttime, and they can't be seen. And there's different factors, but it is an issue on this reservation.
My name is Karen Cunningham, and I'm the Economic Development Director for the Yakama Nation. I'm also an enrolled member of the Yakama Nation. With the Yakama Nation Traffic Safety Committee, I've been involved since Al Pinkham brought it to us, and the Yakama Nation Tribal Council enacted a resolution that stated that the Yakama Nation will develop a safety committee. And so it's a partnership between many programs and organizations within the Yakama Nation to come together and find out how best we can get to target zero and be able to eliminate serious injury and deaths due to traffic accidents on the reservation. So I've been a part of the committee as a member since it's been enacted. At this point, I don't think that the roads are as safe as they could be. I think that we could be doing much more to improve the safety of the roads, which is why the Traffic Safety Committee has been enacted, so that we can find ways to improve the safety of not only the cars that drive on them, but the people who walk on them, the people who ride bikes on them. There's many more things that we could be doing to improve the safety.
Some of the cause of fatalities, again, is DUI is one of the major ones that I've been seeing lately. The last several crashes we have had one of the drivers be intoxicated. And probably speeding is pretty close second to that. I do believe that we could do something. I think education is a big part of it, and I think what we're doing here is a big part of that. If we can reach our membership and let them know, slow down, stop, at stop signs, not to drive while intoxicated. I think education is going to be a big part of it, and I'm glad to be a part of this. I believe when we do take someone out, that we arrest somebody that's arrested for DUIs, we're saving their lives and other people's lives, and that we turn that into more of a positive. I feel good that they're going to go home, and other family members are going to go home, and I think that's a good thing.
So glad the school year is over.
It's rad.
So rad, man. Like being out of school, no one telling us what to do anymore. On the road, living free.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
I thought you said you was gonna stop drinking and find new friends.
Why are you here? Leave me alone. This is none of your business.
It is my business. You're my sister.
Hey, man. Saying that you're her brother, man. We're all free. We're all out of school. We don't need anybody telling us what to do anymore. You're telling her what to do. She's with us. Like, if you're not cool with that, you can go somewhere else. Because we're having a good time. You go find your friends.
I'm telling Mom.
You go do that, man. Very mature.
That little brat stitched on me.
Now.
I gotta go.
Bro, don't go, you just drank.
She'll be fine.
the time you're arrested for DUI, turn around, put your hands behind your back. Move on back to the vehicle.
If you're driving, don't do it.
My name is Jesse Schumacher. I am lieutenant with Colville Tribes Fire and Rescue. I've been doing this for nearly 20 years. It really depends on where it is. We cover a very large area. Just from our station, we cover 40 miles south, 30 miles to the west, and then to the river, and then another 15 miles to the north. So we're fairly quick usually, but it really depends on how far we have to go. We respond to some pretty bad things, and when you get on scene, a lot of times in a small community, it's somebody you know, somebody you've been a part of their life. A lot of teenagers you'll find think that they tend to be invincible, and we hear a lot that, oh, that won't happen to me, and a lot of, unfortunately it does sometimes.
Oh yeah, man. Payday, time to go party, get lit. Heck yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. Hey, let's go get our paychecks and party. Yeah, man, it's gonna be hella fun.
Hey, what y'all doing tonight? Y'all wanna come party or what?
Sure, why not? Yeah, I guess.
Alright, let's do this.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Come on, let's party tonight!
Woo! Yeah, let's do it.
I've got $20. Who got buyer's fee?
I got buyer's fee.
Well, I kinda want a case. Anybody else wanna pitch in?
We can have coffees.
Alright, well, I'll call my Aunt Cynthia. Hey, Auntie, can you get us some brewskis? I will come swoop at the park. Sounds good. Bye.
Woo!
Yeah!
Hey, is this what you wanted?
Yeah.
Alright. You guys get caught, it wasn't me, alright?
Alright, I'll see you when I see you. Let's go get lit.
Let's go! Woo!
Yeah! I just...
A nice cold one and a nice heat.
You all wonder when everybody's gonna show up, though.
Hey guys, how's it going? So who drove?
I did.
Who bought? Where you going, Dante? I know where you live.
I know where your family is. Sit back down. All right, you're gonna be under arrest for distributing to minors. You're gonna be under arrest for MIP. I've already contacted your parents, they're on their way. So stand up. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Take a seat. Come here. Put your hands behind your back. Three things happen when you drink and drive. 1, you get arrested. 2, you end up in a wheelchair. Or 3, you end up dead. Okay, both you stand up. We're gonna go back to my car.
Hey, who wants to go to Turtle Lake? I do. Not good. Take it back.
Who wants to go swimming?
Me. Is everyone buckled up? No. What about you, Mom? Yeah, what about you, Mom?
Oh, we're not going that far. We're just on the res.
Kamaya, are you buckled up yet? Yes. Okay. Mom, put on your seatbelt. Mom, you can't text to drive.
I'm trying to text your dad so he can meet us.
Mom, you can't text and drive. You may crash us.
In Washington state, Native Americans die in traffic crashes at 3 times the rate of any other population group. Distractions, such as use of cell phones for texting or talking, were involved in 14 out of every 100 fatal crashes involving Native Americans. In a traffic crash, the chances of surviving increase dramatically if you can stay in the vehicle. Nearly 32% of crashes near reservations in Washington involve drivers who were not wearing their seatbelts. More than 6 out of 10 of those drivers were ejected from their vehicles. Had they stayed in the vehicle, they likely would have survived the crash. Unfortunately, the only conclusion to draw from these statistics is that Native Americans are dying unnecessarily because of their choices to use cell phones and not to use seatbelts when driving on reservations.